In this video, Chef Phil Delaveau will show us how to remove the pin bones from salmon. Let's meet Amanda of the Kwijak Fish Company.
We have a piece thawed out, ready for Chef Phil to prep for us, and he's going to do a pin bone demonstration. So thanks again for coming, Phil, and we're excited to show our customers how to work with this fish from a professional point of view.
Absolutely. I love that the pin bones are still in it and you have like a nice clean fillet coming in the package. So often you see a fillet of fish come in and pin boned and it is absolutely torn apart coming down the middle of the fillet. So
Yeah.
It's nice to have the ability to control the fish here.
We do get a lot of questions about why our fish have bones in them, and we sometimes say, well, we're not selling seedless watermelon. So fish are a natural resource. It's a live animal creature when we catch them, and so we really want to preserve that natural state. And a lot of it has to do with quality. So when these fish are delivered to us by the fishermen, our goal is to get them off of the boats, through our processing plant, and into the freezer as soon as possible. Well, in order for larger factories to have the pin bones pulled out through a machine, they have to give the salmon time to rest, to go through rigor, and sometimes that's 24 to 36 hours. And we're a different style of shop. We're small, we do everything by hand, and so to pull all those pin bones by hand after 2 or 3 tides, it's just not really our program. So we try to educate people about how simple it can be to get these pin bones out of the fish, and we're happy you're here to give us some tips.
Yeah, absolutely. And the quality of the fish compared to a relatively easy investment of about $3 for a pair of boning tweezers. This is good because I used to get really frustrated when I would go buy fish at the store from my local fishmonger. And I'd get a fillet of fish and oh, thank you very much. And it would be in there. I'd be like, I've been cooking for a long time. I know how to pin bone a fish, but how many people at home really know how to do it? So I'm glad we have the opportunity to show some people here.
And we just want to point out too, a lot of people ask about the size of our fillets. This would be an average size fillet, about 1.25 pounds. So easily serving 3 or 4 people. And you see that it's nice, smooth, firm meat and no gauging or gouging from machines or poor handling.
Yeah, so often you pick this up and it looks like a big old crack through the whole thing. So I'm gonna pull this one. I'm gonna keep the bones facing me. So if you take your finger, you kind of run across right here, you can feel all the bones and kind of give them the first little start to coming out. So I take my tweezers. I want a cup of water next to me. And what that's going to do, so we're going to start right here on the edge. Grab it. And I just keep my fingers right here. I'm not pushing on it. I'm just holding the meat down. I pull straight up. If you put in the cup of water, it'll come right off your tweezers.
Well, that's
so
a
you
good
just
trick.
Keep going piece by piece. Just feel for it. You don't really have to pull on it or anything. It's like finding a splinter in your finger. You just kind of rub it until you kind of catch it, and you're like, oh, that hurts. It's there. So right here.
Now, some of our customers have told us that it's easier for them to pull the pin bones after the fish is cooked. Do you think there's anything to that?
Sure. I mean, at that point, the protein is probably relaxed around it a little. But if we can just get at it right now, it's pretty simple. Good news is about salmon pin bones too. They're pretty gentle as far as pin bones go. So if you happen to miss one, you're not going to choke to death on it.
I notice they get thinner as you go down the fillet. So we're looking for about the first 15.
I'd say. There.
Nice. Have you ever been to Alaska, Phil?
I have not.
You know we're hiring a chef, right?
Oh, are we? So
this is your interview.
I guess it's time to pack up from Big Sky. And
he's too big time for us.
Oh, I don't know. I traded in the whites for a long sleeve T-shirt a while ago, so I'm ready.
Working vacation.
I got my wife to move from New York to Montana, so I'm sure I can get her to get up to Alaska.
for a short time.
For a short time.
Honestly, last year we introduced the guys to bologna. They were pretty excited.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
We had bologna sandwiches for about 4 weeks straight.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so about here in the middle of the fillet, you kind of stop feeling it. There might be another one in here. And you can kind of, if you really think it's in there, you can get in here and dig in. You're going to pull a little bit of the meat, but yeah, still a couple more just left right in there.
One thing for parents giving this to their kids for meals is that if you were to choose from the tail sections, there's not bones in them.
Mhm.
So a lot of
Absolutely.
moms at the farmer's market, they choose the tails for that reason.
Yeah. And I can even show you how I like to portion it once we get to this, once we've
You bet.
filleted it here. So, we're going to start here towards the head. Dry this a little bit. And I like to kind of square it off going along the fillet. So your first one's going to be a little crooked. Come down here. That's a nice piece of fish. It has a little bit of belly on it. And if you want, you can take that off and we can turn that into something a little bit later. But this gives you that's about a 3.5 ounce portion. So, you know, if you and you want to sit down, you can have 2 of these. If you were looking for a big dinner. Man, that is nice fish. It cuts so nice.